Morning, guys. Jay here. This is smarthelping.com. I've got a 13-week cash flow planner. I've never done one of these templates before, but it's super common in finance. Why 13 weeks? Well, that's a quarter usually. So a lot of companies like to plan out their cash flows over the next quarter, and this shows by week. You can adjust the date here. And it's pretty simple. I have done a budget versus an actual, so you have some comparison here in a dashboard with some nice visuals, which I'll go through. But yeah, pretty simple. You can edit any cell, any of the yellow cells with blue text, and you simply start with what your current cash balance is in the bank, and you don't want to include anything that's in transit or anything like that. You don't want to double count, so you just look at the bank balance. What is it when you start this? And then you start entering what you think you're going to collect in cash inflows. So here I've done some rows for accounts receivable, for sales receipts, and other income sources, interest, asset sales, refunds, loan proceeds, what have you. And then expenses and investments, you've got some general, payroll, rent, utilities, supplies, marketing, insurance, taxes, payment to suppliers, loan repayment, principal and interest payments, CapEx. So you've got all your cash in here, total cash inflow. Then you've got all your outflow items, total outflow, net cash flow for the period. And then you've got your ending cash balance budget here. And it highlights red if you are negative. And that means based on all your inputs, you're going to have a negative balance in the bank, which is not great. So you want to figure out that. Uh, and then on the actual, you do the same exact thing. All your income items, cash inflow, all your cash outflows, what they actually were. So here you would put in, your starting bank balance would be the same, but then you would start to put what actually hit the bank and when, and see how closely that followed your budget down here. So you've got your ending balance actual, you got your ending balance budget, your net cash flow for each period actual, and a variance here against the budget. So in the end, we end up 222% with more cash than we thought. So there's your 222, $293,000 more in the bank than we thought, which is 222% more than your budget of 132.5. So pretty simple there on the dashboard. I did take quite a bit of time to make this work, and these waterfall charts were tricky. Um, so let's start at the top left here. You can see budget versus actual columns, and you got your budget, what you started with, what you ended with, the total change in cash, the highest cash position, the lowest cash position, and the period that the lowest cash position happened. And same with actuals, and then a variance here. Then you've got number of weeks with a negative cash balance and an average weekly net cash flow. Our first two visuals are weekly ending cash balance, budget versus actual, and then the weekly cash flow in each. So this is like the cash flow in each period, budget versus actual. So the sum of these equals these lines going up here. Then I think the coolest visual we have is the waterfall. So you can see this is your starting balance, and then it shows you the amount of change in each weekly period. And then the bar, you can see we increase. And actually, let me put the legend in here for this one too. So this is an increase, that color, decreases that color, and then your totals here on the end. And the the numbers on the left are your cumulative totals. So wherever the bar ends up at the end of the period, whether it's down or up, that's where your actual cash is. And then the number is the amount that is changing each period. So up to 2,500, then up 5,200 to about, you're 80 some thousand there, up 2,500, then down 137,000, up 22, up 22, 22, 22, up 17, down 32, up 17, up 52, up 42, and then we end up at 132 net, or ending balance for the budget, which you can see follows this number right there, and essentially is just following this stream of cash here. Actual is doing the same thing, but using the actual cash flows. So these charts are, I think, awesome. This is all dynamic. So if I started changing some numbers here, maybe we had some more, or sorry, maybe on the budget we have to plan on getting some loans to cover this deficit. Now you can see quite a different picture. We now don't go negative at any point in the budget. And then we end up at 382. So a little bit different numbers here. I think this is something any business could use literally in the world. It's useful for just keeping track of your cash every quarter. 13-week cash flow planner. If you want to download it, it's $45 one-time fee. Links in the description. It is going to be a part of the Smart Helping Excel template bundle for accounting as well. So if you want to check that out, you can go to smarthelping.com in the accounting section here, and I'll have it in the trackers and tools section, 13-week cash flow planner. It's something, honestly, I don't know why I didn't build this before. 13-week cash flow planner is like, it's one of the most common things you see in finance, but I've just done there's just so much to build. I just ended up never building it. But now I will have it here for you guys, and you can use it over and over again for the rest of your finance department days. So yeah, it'll be in here to buy individually or in the bundle. I don't know if it's in any other bundles or if I should put it in any other bundles. Tracking. I'll probably include it in the tracking spreadsheets bundle. This is a good one to fit. And then obviously the accounting one. And then we'll put it in the Super Smart bundle, which is including all the financial models on the entire site, including custom work I've done on the Smart Helping Plus sheets. Super good deal there. Remember, guys, if you want to hire me, I do financial modeling customization work, build from scratch. I've been quite busy. My current wait time is 4 days for new work. That might get quicker if I can clear off some projects, but I'm working super hard every single day on a bunch of client work, all related to financial modeling, underwriting, cash flow planning, just general modeling in Excel. So I do this every day for a living. You could hire me at $275 an hour. If you want a discount, you can buy 20 hours at once up front. There's no refund on that, and it's 10% off. And you get 20 hours of my time to do financial modeling if you want to do that. Or you could buy 1 hour at a time, or however. Usually I work in 2 to 4 hour tranches. If it's a bigger project, maybe 5-hour tranches. And jobs take, it depends. I mean, it could take a couple hours, 10 hours. Usually I don't do work that end up being more than like 15 to 20. But there you have it. Alrighty, guys, take it easy. Like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. I'm going to keep trying to pump out financial models.